Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janna Vallabha Giridharadhari. Jasodanandana Rajajana Ranjana Jamunati Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivacharya, His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivacharya, His Divine Grace. Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Goswami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Grantras Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Śrīla Prabhupada. $32, is it?
33.
Oh. 33. Sure. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 13, verse number 33. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Rajataschaurataha satro. Rajataschaurataha satro. Shajanat pashu pakshitaha. Shajanat pashu pakshitaha. Artibhya kalata swasman. Artibhya kalata swasman. Nityam pranarthavad bhayam. Nityam pranarthavad bhayam. Rajataschaurata shatro. Shajanat pashupakshitaha. Artibhya kalata swasman. Nityam pranarthavad bhayam.
Shajanat pashupakshitaha. Artibhya kalata swasman. Nityam pranarthavad bhayam. Rajataschaurata shatro. Swajanat pashupakshitaha. Artibhya kalata swasman. Nityam pranarthavad bhayam. Rajataschaurata shatro. Swajanat pashupakshitaha. Nityam pranartavad bhayam. Rajatash-shauratashatro Swajanat Pashupakshitaha Atibhyakkalatasvasman Nityam pranartavad bhayam.
Okay. Rajataha, from the government. Chorataha, from thieves and rogues. Shatro, from enemies. Sajanat, from relatives. Pashupakshita, from animals and birds. Artibhya, from beggars and persons seeking charity. Kalataha, from the time factor. Swasmat, as well as from oneself. Nityam, always. Prana arthavat, for one who has life or money. Bhayam, fear. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Those who are considered materially powerful and rich are always full of anxieties because of government laws. Thieves and rogues, enemies, family members, animals, birds, persons seeking charity, the inevitable time factor, and even their own selves. Thus, they are invariably afraid. Purport. The word swasmat means for oneself. Because of attachment for money, the richest person is even afraid of himself. He fears that he may have locked his money in an unsafe manner or might have committed some mistake. Aside from the government and its income tax, and aside from these thieves, even a rich man's own relatives are always thinking of how to take advantage of him and take away his money. Sometimes these relatives are described as Sajanat Dasya, which means rogues and thieves in the guise of relatives. Therefore, there is no need to accumulate wealth or unnecessarily endeavor for more and more money. The real business of life is to ask, who am I? And to understand oneself. One should understand the position of the living entity in this material world and understand how to return home back to Godhead. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravane Pacharayane Visheshan Nivadi Vashana. Yeah, you can see this. Srila Prabhupada is very practical, and he knows that this is the situation, the people of the world that we are accumulating. And according to the scriptures, this is all due to attachment. Asakti. Asakti means attachment. Attached to ourselves, our family, and our wealth, bank balance. So, we do not know that actually the purpose of life is not to accumulate material wealth, because these things don't save us at the time of death. Even practically speaking, when we are in any situation where we're faced with difficulty, nothing can actually help us. Only Krishna can help you. Only God can help you. Not even your own relatives. That's why Krishna says He's sitting in the heart of all the living entities. Shridam sarva bhutanam. Krishna is the friend of all living entities. He Himself says it. At the time of difficult, no one's near you. Krishna is sitting in your heart, and He is there for you all the time. He's their eternal companion. That's what he says. This is why we chant Hare Krishna. This is why we take shelter of Krishna. This is why you associate. Because we know this is the real value of life. The real value of life is to, like Prabhupada said, who am I? To understand my situation, my position as a servant of Krishna. Eternal servant of Krishna. Jive Sharupaya Krishna Nita Das. We are eternal servant of Krishna. But somehow or another, we always think something else other than what we are really are. And to understand oneself, one should understand the position of living entity in this material world and understand how to return home, back to Godhead. And people work so hard to build a home here, but at the end, we're not going to have any of that. We have to leave all here behind. That is the reality. But Prabhupada didn't say you have to give up everything. You can have your home, but understand within your heart that this is all, we're in a place where it's all temporary. Krishna says that those who are born, death is certain. That means we don't belong here. That's why Prabhupada is saying it time and time again. He says, back home, back to Godhead. Why? Because that's our real home. This world's not our home. So the idea is to develop that attachment for Krishna. Because if you don't develop the attachment for Krishna, our heart becomes filled with other desires. So we have to clear away those desires in our heart. Then we can place Krishna there. Heart of a devotee is sada, it's very pure and very clean for Krishna to reside there. So the whole process of spiritual life, the whole process of this Hare Krishna movement is to purify our heart. That's why we do Maha-cleaning. Once in a while we do Maha-cleaning in the temple. They take out all the lights, the wall, everything's painted and really clean. So we are in the process of Maha-cleaning. Clean our heart, clean our consciousness, clean our mind. This process, that we put ourselves in this process so we can purify our consciousness, purify our heart, because Krishna consciousness. That's the whole idea. You can't say, I go to the supermarket and get a best piece of bar of soap and clean my heart or consciousness. That's not how we clean. That's only external. We have to clean our heart and our consciousness by chanting Hare Krishna, by associating devotees. It's very subtle. Spiritual subject matters is a subtle matter. Innerness, inner heart. To develop that shanti, to develop that peace, you have to first make the heart clean. Then the love for Krishna can flow through. If there's a blockage, then it will stop coming, that love for Krishna that you are seeking for. Just like you want the electricity to come home, then make sure that the line is coming very nicely. There is no block on the way. So the electric can flow through and you get the light. If the wire's cut or there is damage, then the light you will not get the light. So that block is, we are blocking our heart with desires, so many desires. Like a banyan tree, the root of a banyan tree is so difficult to root it out because it's so deep and goes very far, right? But before that banyan tree was born, it's all because of the seed. The seed is sitting in the heart, the seed of desire. So seed is very easy you have to burn the seed. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Cheta Darpana Marjanam. Cleanse the heart. Burn the seed by chanting Hare Krishna. If we chant Hare Krishna, sometimes we fall asleep. We hear about Krishna, we fall asleep. We're closing the door. So the whole process of Krishna consciousness is to wake us up, to the realities. This is the idea of being here, is to wake us up, look to the light of knowledge. Jnana dipena bhasvata, Krishna says, the torchlight of shining of that knowledge. Through knowledge, you can cut. It's like the sharp knife, that ignorance that's so thick in our heart for lifetime. You can cut that, chop, sharp. That knowledge is through the knowledge you can cut the ignorance deep in our heart. Sometimes the cut is so deep, you have to have so much surgery. You don't cut enough, but to cut deeper, because the knife is dull. Like sometimes as a joke, I say, our knives in our kitchen, they don't even cut vegetables. They say because it's safe. But it's not even cutting, not even serving in its purpose. So knowledge is like the sharp, like the sharp knife. Om aganati virandasya, timirandasya, andha, blinded by ignorance. Timirandasya, Om aganati, pray to the spiritual master who can remove that ignorance. You know, they always advertising in the TV, buy this soap, buy that soap, because it's so good. It will clean nicely, clean your pot. You buy this soap, you will wash your clothes very shiny. Buy this soap, the cold power or finish, right? They're always advertising. But they never advertise how to clean the heart. That you have to come to the temple, hear from us. So what you are doing is external cleanliness. But you forget to clean the heart. You can only clean the heart by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Maha mantra. Man means mind. Tra, to cleanse the mind, to deliver the mind from stress and anxiety. Maha mantra, chant Hare Krishna. It's written here, Maha mantra. That is the purpose of life. We forget why we are here. Our real purpose of human life is to develop love for God, to cultivate love for Krishna, to leave this world and go home back to Godhead. That's where our real home is. We tend to forget why we are here, why we came in this human life. Human life is meant to return home back to Godhead. The whole process is here so we can develop that understanding through studies of the scriptures and associating with the devotees. Even in the beginning, when we joined Hare Krishna, we are sincere, and gradually we start to fall away. We forget why we're here. So that is called Maya. Maya drags us from the realities, from what we are actually here for. We are attracted to things that distract us from that purpose of our being here. So it's very dangerous that we have to keep ourselves very fixed in that knowledge so we don't become stagnant and fall away from spiritual life, from Krishna consciousness. Stay fixed in knowledge. Fixed in knowledge means wherever you are, griha taka, bone taka, wherever, forest or home, it doesn't matter. You have to be fixed in knowledge that I'm here to serve Krishna. Think of Krishna. Man mana bhava mad bhakta. Wherever you are, think of Krishna. Like Krishna is our friend. He himself said, think of me. Why did he say? I didn't tell you to think of me. Krishna said think of him, because Krishna is our friend. He can help us. Whatever we need, he can help us. And Prabhupada says here, money. We work very hard for money, isn't it? Like you are traveling, never here, always traveling here, there, all over the world. This is for your work. At the time of difficulty, money is not going to help you. If you attach to excessive wealth, then you take birth under your safe. Next life. There's a story like that. There was one disciple of a guru. His name was Sadananda. So Sadananda was under the shelter of his spiritual master, and he said he needed to go home and visit his relatives. He was young. So then he was not coming. So the Guru went there. He said, come back. He said, so the parents said he need to stay and finish his business here. He had to get married. And so he said, okay, and the 4 ashrams are there. So then Guru is waiting and waiting. So then he said, no, he has to, now he's married, he has to wait till his children grow up, and then that's going to take some time. So Guru said, okay, I wait for him. So the children was growing up. He said, then he went back, children had grown up, and he said, I have to wait till they get married, and then I'll come. So everything takes time. So the children got married. He said, no, I have to see. So the Guru went there and said, when are you coming? Like you said you're going to come back. He said, no, now I have to wait till my children they get married. I have to see my grandchildren. So the Guru said, he was very patient. He said, okay. So he went back and the Guru didn't, waiting. So then he went back again. He says, everybody was crying. They said he died. So where is that Sadananda? He said he died. So the Guru is a mystic siddhi. He knows where he went. So they said, the Guru, the Sadananda is still in your home. They said he took a birth as a snake. And where is he? He is inside the house, under the safe, because he was very attached. So they said, we'll kill him. Like the stick, in India when his snake comes, you will beat him up. He said, no, I'll take him. The Guru said, I'll take, he's my snake disciple. So the Guru took the snake disciple. So at the ashram, people were coming with a stick on the snake. So the snake said, I'm not violent anymore. I'm your disciple. I'm a Vaishnava. I can't bite people. So what do I do? He said, just put your fang and chase them. Don't bite them, and then they go away. So the point is, don't become too attached. If you become too attached, the most important thing is attached to yourself. You may say, I love this, I'm attached to this, but you're attached to yourself. Because if you're not healthy, your body is not functioning well, you're sick, then you can't enjoy the wealth you have, or you can't enjoy anything. So most importantly, you're attached to yourself. As you check yourself, how you are, everything, make sure it's all there, and it's all working well, and so you check yourself that you're doing fine. Just like when you come here from India, make sure that you work really hard and you settle yourself, and then you get your residency, and then you settle, and then what? Then your body starts aging. Then kya karega? And then you're 70. Like, this is not the place we live here forever. We have to remind ourselves that the place we are here is temporary. Our body is aging every day. Like this girl, right, or boy? Girl. When they're a kid, you can't tell what they are. Sorry. So this girl here, what was the age?
She's not 3.
Huh?
Not 3 yet.
Not even 3. So we all were in the same age one time. And we're growing. Before you know it, you're 50. So, I wasted my time. I should have been Hare Krishna before. I should have been at the temple. And you're 70. So call the Hare Krishnas doing at the time of death, so you can chant Hare Krishna around them. But you wasted all your life. So be very careful. Komara Acharet Pragya. Prahlad Maharaj said, you have to begin to practice spiritual life from childhood. Because there is no time here. Time is just clicking away very quickly. You think, I'm young, I have so much time. Before you know it, like they have a big problem in Australia now. Young people, they're smoking. Okay, they have, before they have cigarette, now they have put cigarette in something else, so it's filtered cigarette. But that's, filtered cigarette is also bad. It's killing their throat, they're getting cancer from it. They can't find medicine for cancer. But they are making cancer themselves. So, these young people, they are wasting their life. I came in the train this morning and I wasn't supposed to give this class, and Prabhupada just called me last night and I was really late. I took Uber here, from my place and here to the Guru Puja Kirtan. I'm not going to waste my time coming all the way from home when I'm taking Uber. I'm going to sleep in the temple. Hare Krishna. So it's like going for it with full of energy. So we have to, and I saw young girls, Indian girls, young, all going to work. So 5:30 in the morning, on the phone, chatting somebody in India. I was the only one there, chanting japa. I felt like getting up, hey, you're wasting your time. Chant Hare Krishna. Kya kar raha hai sab aisa? Like, I didn't want to be like a Christian, so I just kept my manner. But you can see how people are wasting their life like that. First you're a young kid, then you have a family, then you wait. Very little time for Krishna. Like once you have a family, half of your time's gone. For Bhagavan, for God, only a little bit time left. It's mostly for yourself. But what does it worth? At the time of death, it's all poof, it's all finished. Try to see the reality. So, think, I need a family. Okay, have a family, but be Krishna conscious. That is the hardest part. Krishna conscious family. To make everyone Krishna conscious is so difficult. Ourselves is so hard to be Krishna conscious. To make others Krishna conscious is extremely difficult. When Srila Prabhupada went to America, he didn't say, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, chanting 16 rounds. He didn't do that. Otherwise they completely go, wow, I can't be Hare Krishna. So slowly, he implemented the rules. When he saw people are chanting Hare Krishna, they're becoming happy. Then he said, no meat eating from today, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. They can accept it. Others, when Prabhupada, before Prabhupada went, some of his godbrothers went, and they all came back because they said it's impossible. They couldn't do it. They said, what's left? No TV, no, how are they going to survive? You see, old people here, what do they do all day? They're just all in front of the TV all day. Even us, if we see TV and news or whatever, it's so boring. Every day is the same news. They say it twice, the next day is the same news, just in case you didn't hear it the day before. Maybe something, little addition. It's all the same. Birth, death, old age, disease. It's all connected. A war going on. There's a war inside of us. Every day we have to fight with our mind. Mind is such a thing. It's difficult for us to overcome the mind. That's why Krishna says, you can make your mind your friend, because the mind is enemy if you don't engage the mind in serving Krishna. That's the only way you can make mind friend, by making your mind Krishna's devotee. If we go in the Harinam sometime, they go, they don't want to hear Hare Krishna, they close their ear. They don't mind hearing bap, whoop, car, all the sound, factory, so many things. They don't mind hearing that. Chant Hare Krishna, they want to close their ear. This is sinful, impurity, blocking from the pious life, accepting the impious life. So everyone is working so hard for something that's not tangible. We're working very hard for material things. That's what Rupa Goswami said. We work so hard for something that is difficult to achieve. It's like everybody's putting money for win a lottery. Big money. And nobody wins. They made all this money and nobody won. And they take all that money. They're cheating. And if somebody wins as one person, out of millions of people, one person. In Krishna consciousness, everybody's winner. Everyone can equally share the glories, the mercy, the blessing, the compassion of Krishna, the happiness of Krishna. This unlimited. Everyone can share it. This is not like, hey, you take a little bit and it's finished. Ocean of mercy. Krishna is ocean of mercy. Ocean of happiness. He take one drop. There's so much ocean out there. Just like when it rains, it rains even on the rain, on the water. He said, no, I save the water, just rain where it's necessary. This unlimited mercy, abundance. Like a tree in the backyard. They don't give fruit according to the number of the people in home. Unlimitedly. Understand? We are thinking, oh, no. If I become Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, kya hoga? Like, if I chant Hare Krishna, maybe Krishna will take everything away. Why should I become Hare Krishna? It doesn't mean your bank is empty the next day when you chant Hare Krishna. You get more. Krishna will give you more, unlimitedly. I remember you, Prabhuji, what's your name? Dharma? Damodar Prabhu. Yeah, one day, I remember everything very clearly, okay, so don't mind. And sometime I'm with sannyasi or someone and I haven't seen them for years and years. And then I tell them, like, I remember this, I remember that. In detail, they said, wow, you can remember everything in details. I said, good and bad. So be careful, like, be positive, because I remember both. So then you're in the kitchen and somebody needed some money for something. And you open your wallet and you give $50. And then he took another 150. That was Chintura Maharaji, I think. You remember that? Yes. So and then I was thinking, wow, like, I'm not going to just give money to someone like that. I was thinking myself. But you're ready to like give away your wealth for a good cause. So I was like, very nice. And somebody gave me money, $50, in front of the deity. I was finished the class and I was sitting right before the hundi, just the hundi there for people money. And I was sitting there and looking at the deity. So one guy came over, he gave me $50. I was thinking, I better not take this because hundi is right here. I better put it in ISKCON Krishna, a class I gave is for Krishna. He said, no, this money is for you, not for... I said, no, it's okay, I put it in the hundi. And I was on my way to the home. This is Nigovardhan, down the hill. I found just after that $50 sitting there on the roadside. I said, oh, thank you, Krishna. Reciprocation. So, I'm not kidding. Krishna is, if you have knowledge, you can understand how Krishna reciprocates. It's not that you gave him and he probably put it there. Who knows how it works. Everything doesn't go unnoticed. Everything is being recorded. Krishna knows everything. It's in our heart. We don't know what Krishna knows. They have everything, your details, in the database, all your personal details. Or they can still hack into your details. You hear it all the time. But Krishna, you cannot hack Krishna. He knows everything about everyone. He's sitting in the heart of an ant. He's sitting in the heart of a tree, fish, aquatics, all species, all atoms. We're not able to sit in everyone's heart. So Krishna knows everything. Jayathamam prapadanta, Krishna says, those who serve me, I reward them accordingly. And when Krishna gives us something, we can't even hold it because it's so much. How much can we take? Krishna has unlimited. He just gives you a little bit. Oh, I can't take anymore. You can sleep in the money, golden bed, but you have stress in your head, you can't sleep. Samajh gaya? Understand? If Krishna didn't give you one breath of air in your body, you can be lying in a bed of money, you wear a garland of money, but if you can't breathe, what's the good of it? Because that's why yoga says more important is your own health. Shastra, health. They say, how's your health? We always say, how's your health? So more than health is your spiritual health. How is the health of your consciousness? Are you chanting Hare Krishna? Are you developing love for Krishna? Are you studying Prabhupada's books? Are you cooking good food for Krishna? Are you pleasing your Guru, your spiritual master, the Vaishnava and Krishna? The condition of a heart is when you can develop spiritual cultivation. Because material things, like I said, material things will not completely satisfy us. We wake up in the morning, today is a fast day. I have to fast half a day, I have to fast all day. How am I going to do it? This is our worries, isn't it? Janmashtami, all day I have to fast. That's first thing in my mind. But then you come in the temple, do a big kirtan, and then already 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and you're not worried. Time passes, and you're not even thinking of hunger. And sometimes it's in your mind how it's dwelling in you. It's not our consciousness. So how we are thinking to ourselves, oh God, I'm hungry, oh, I'm this, I'm that. And you become that. That's why Prabhupada said, become Krishnaized, become Krishna conscious. Don't meditate on things that, if we meditate on material objects, then that's going to trouble us. You think of Krishna. Why did Krishna time and said, think of me? He could have said, think of Kanaka Mankaro, think of food, think of this. He said, think of me. Why did he emphasize that? Because Krishna is the ultimate happiness. When you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna's there in the name. It's not something different. You ask for water, you're still thirsty. Unless you actually have the water in a cup and drink it, then you can satisfy your thirst. But Krishna, when you chant Hare Krishna, He's there in the name. Kali Kali Nam Rupa Krishna Avatar. You can say money, 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 money. You're not going to get a cent. You have to go and work for it. Foaming at the mouth. Right? All over the world, people working so hard. Even people who, they said, I want $1 million. They get it, they work, then they're 2 million, 3 million, you become a billionaire, then trillionaire. Then you want to buy whole of Australia. Then you're not happy, you want to buy the whole world. Then you want the universe. Then you become Hiranyakashipu, a demon. They want to control the whole universe. And even he has to die. The universe will be here. The planet will be still here. But your body is going to be ashes to ashes, like the Christians say. Think of the reality. What are you going to have to face with it? What is the purpose of our being here? Why we're here? The most happiest person who has very little. Less you have, more happy you are. Because the more you accumulate, more you have, is going to entangle you. People who have so much, they're too attached. I tell this story before. Tukaram, a great devotee in India, only 500 years ago. He was mad after Krishna. Tukaram. People spit at him, but he kept chanting Hare Krishna, Lord Ram. And even when he was alive, Lord Vishnu came down here on a chariot, Pushpa Viman, flower airplane. Everybody saw it on the top of a hill. And everybody saw, oh, Vishnu's coming down. And he says, come on, I'm here to take you. Tukaram, he stepped on the airplane. The same body went back to Godhead. 500 years ago only. That place still there. So he said to his wife and children, let's go. He said, no, you go, we'll stay here. Krishna says, come. He said, no time. We go in the street. Come on, either I'll go to the temple. No time. You can be like Sadananda. Take birth again. Sometimes you say, oh, I don't mind to take a birth as a dog. Because these people carry the dog across. It's just a good life. They have dog food. Kutte ka khana bahut acha hai. They have really good food for the dogs and cats. Like they have A2 and like that higher good like quality. So if you interview people, do you want to be a dog? And you're like, oh yeah, sure, I don't mind to be a dog. He doesn't know, he may take birth as a dog in India also, or Africa or somewhere like that. If people throw you out of the house, you can't even go in a home. There's no guarantee. So while we have the human form of life, cultivate love for Krishna. Just like I'm talking these things, talking all this Bhagavatam, talking about spiritual topics. He doesn't have 4 legs. He has 2 legs. 4 legs, the animals, they can't come in, they can't hear. They can't hear about Krishna, they don't understand. Only human being, because this is meant for human being. Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. He said, you are the most recipient. Sakha Cheti, you're my friend and a devotee. You are most qualified to hear this Bhagavatam, this Bhagavad Gita. This topic is not meant for cat and dog. So human life is important because we are equipped with that knowledge, that understanding, this truth, absolute truth. If I put a dog on the Vyasa here, they can't speak this knowledge. Then you throw meat, they'll jump off and have that. So the proof is that human life is not just for eating and sleeping, mating and defending. Cultivating material things is not more meant for that. Dog and cat, they're good at it, those things. Sense enjoyment. They have the body for it. The human body is designed to cultivate spiritual life. If you have a huge body like an elephant, strong, you can eat so much food. We can only eat a little bit, which is good because we are not meant to eat so much and enjoy so much. Why we get sick? Because our body is designed to cultivate Bhagavan ka love for God. So now give me so much, give me. You eat this much, you'll be dead. There's a limit. You put so much in your stomach, you just push it, like step on it and put more. You can't even breathe, you'll die, explode. You see this fish in the tank there, there's a fish in the red fish in the water there. You give, they'll eat. They don't know how to say no. They'll explode. So human life is meant for discipline. Okay, no, I'm here for serving Krishna. There's discipline. There's rules, regulations, principles, dharma. Dharma stapanarthaya. Krishna says, I come to establish the dharma when it is lost. The dharma is when you talk about God. You do your thing, that's not dharma. You say, my dharma is to cultivate money. This is not dharma. If there is Krishna on the money, that is okay. He look at it. Even if you're sitting on money, you need a glass of water when you're thirsty. Prabhupada said, to live a good life, you need to have cows, garu, that gives milk, and some land. That's all. You don't need so much. The excessive greed. You have a car, then you want a better car, then you want a European car, and a house, more house. This greed will never stop because it keep increasing. It increases the desire. It doesn't satisfy you. Like Prabhupada said, like putting fuel in the fire, it only gets worse. You want to put the fire out? You put fuel. Then it gets worse. The only way to put the fire out is to put water. Finish. So, material desire is like the burning fire in a heart that can be put out by chanting Hare Krishna. Sincerely, crying in front of Krishna. Dancing in front of Krishna. When I used to dance in front of Srila Prabhupada, why do you think I dance like this? Because Prabhupada told us. I used to dance in front of Srila Prabhupada in the 70s. He's going like this all the time. We're up in the air like this high. When you're a small kid, you can really jump because you want to touch the elder adults. And they, I'm here. Prabhupada loved that. He used to go like that all the time. When he go around the temple in Mayapur, he wanted Gurukul kids to dance in front of him. We'd be dancing. I loved it. Why do you think I dance so much? Because we got it from Prabhupada. Everything I do is because I got it from Prabhupada, directly. Because Prabhupada knows that what pleases us is what we please Krishna. That happiness comes to us. That's the only way you can be happy. There's no other way happy. People have money, people have everything they need, but still it's a suicidal. I was in Hong Kong, one guy, he was a millionaire, everything he had, and then we heard he jumped from the window. Why? Completely dissatisfied with life. Because there's something in life that's missing. You may have everything material, but there's something that's giving you trouble. Because without God in life, it's imperfect. Prabhupada always gave the example, you put so many zeros, no meaning. You put one in the front of all the zeros, then it's meaning. So that one is Krishna. You add Krishna in your life, otherwise everything is going to be failure. Without Krishna, a life has no meaning. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Religion, artha, wealth, material assets, kama, moksha, and liberation. So, if you want liberation, then you have to work for it. Not that you come here, Hare Krishna, just go, chalo, Hare Krishna mandir mein chalo, khana milega. That's not only reason we're here. We're here because here it's an institution, spiritual temple, where you educate people how we can educate ourselves through the Shastra. What is the purpose of life? Why am I here? Why do I suffer? What is after death? Why do I die? These are the questions you can ask in a human form of life. In a human being, if we don't ask these things, what's the difference between us and an animal? Prabhupada used to say, you put a suit and tie, you're polished animals. Yeah, polished animals. Oh. Yeah. You walk around, be ego. Nothing to be proud of. When Durvasa Muni is a great sage, and Ambarish Maharaj was a king, devotee of Krishna. So he was fasting 1 year He was waiting for the Rasha Muni to come. He didn't eat or drink for 1 year. And so he was waiting, he didn't turn up after 1 year. So he drank Chanamita, not considered to be broken the fast. So the Rasha Muni was very angry. He said, "You drank Chanamita, you broke a fast before me." So he created a demon to attack Durvasa. Durvasa Muni created a demon to attack Ambarish Maharaj. And Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, he sat in Sudarshan Chakra to protect Ambarish Maharaj. And Durvasa Muni is running all over the universe. Went to Shiva and to Brahma. I said, "Sorry, I can't. This is Vishnu Chakra. I can't do nothing." He went to Vishnu. Said, "Please help me. Take this Sudarshan Chakra away." He says, "You go down to Ambarish Maharaj, fell at his feet for forgiveness." So my point is how great a Vaishnava is. Vaishnava, a devotee of Krishna, is so powerful. Even more powerful than demigod. Even Lord Krishna. So to be understand that it doesn't matter who you are, because if you're Krishna's devotee, you have Krishna with you. You're protected by Krishna. Most powerful. We're never worried. Like a child, they go around the city here and there in a very dangerous place, but they know the child knows that he gets protected by Krishna, by the parents. Similarly, a devotee, we know Krishna is there to protect us. We're never worried at all. So our wealth, the wealth of a Brahmana, a wealth of the Vaishnava, a sadhu, is his knowledge, is in his austerity. We're never worried, because we know Krishna is with us. He'll protect us. One of the quality of a devotee is in his conviction, his faith, in his shraddha. His faith is so strong that he knows that Krishna is always there with me to protect me. He's never in anxiety. We're always in anxiety. Okay, what's going to happen? I have to finish, I need this money, I need that, this. Calm down. Just be sincere at Krishna, He'll provide. Prabhupada always said, don't worry, Krishna will provide. We didn't have that faith, Prabhupada had that faith. Prabhupada was so deeply attached, he can talk to Krishna. Even me, sometimes, like I said, that story. Sometimes like, how am I get the money? I don't worry too much. Worse come worse, I'm living in the street, so what? I still have a life to breathe. I can still breathe. I can eat food people give, so what? So, as long as we can chant Krishna's name. Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 24 marketplaces. He was whipped. He didn't give up chanting. He said, my body cut into 100 pieces, I'm not going to give up chanting. And the guys who were beating him, they said, please die, because otherwise they'll kill me. The Nawab, the Muslim king. So he went into trance, they threw his body in the Ganga. And he went to the other side. He has all this beating in his back. They whipped him. So Krishna is always there to protect us. What is there to worry? At worst thing can happen that you die, in the temple. I've never heard anyone, a Hare Krishna devotee, die in the temple from kirtan or overeating prasadam. Never, I ever heard. People always die because they ate too much before they joined Hare Krishna movement. Like garbage food that they made you sick now, not from prasadam. And I've seen some of our Hare Krishna devotees, they eat so much, like this much. They hardly ever sick. And I remember when I was just 15, you will be shocked how much I used to eat. I ate one time 75 puris. You know puris? Not like little one, like a pani puri. Big size puri, they make in India, big puris. Plus sabji, rice, so many things. I don't know where I was putting it. But I hated all that. I did kirtan for 6 hours. Wow, non-stop, like not sitting in the temple. Hare Krishna, falling asleep nearly. But full-on kirtan, dancing. So, I wasn't sick. But if you think that when you identify with yourself too much, then the sickness comes. If you fully surrender to Krishna, that I'm going to chant Hare Krishna, this is for Krishna, you're fine. Krishna is there. You have to always put Krishna in the center. But there is a time where you feel like that. But when your body starts to falling apart, you get older, then you realize, life is meant for cultivating God consciousness. It's for Krishna. That's why Krishna created that. He created that there's old age. Because in old age, everyone, no time for God. We'll always stay young. We never want to serve God. You see all the young people? Only few people here sitting here. A few old people. People old, they're thinking, when I was young. They never grow up. They're still thinking that they can enjoy. You see sometimes, like, people are in their 80s, they're putting lipstick, got nail polish, and this looks ridiculous. Go to the temple, in front of the Radha Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. Go to Vrindavan. That's what we do. Life's coming into an end. It is meant for Bhagavan. Krishna wants us to surrender to Him from early age. Okay, at least towards the end, when your bodies can't enjoy anymore, give it to Krishna. Krishna is waiting. He said, you're too old, you can't do service anymore, go away. He didn't say that. He said, everyone can come and take shelter in me. But we are thinking, let me enjoy all I can. The enjoyment in chanting Hare Krishna, that's the real enjoyment. He saw us doing his chanting and dancing. My age, who can dance like that? See, when we go in Harinam, we dance very full on. And people dance just a little bit. And they're tired. We started in the morning. Where we get our energy? From Krishna. We're not on drugs. Because the holy name has so powerful that it can give us that Shakti, spiritual energy. It's beyond any material things can offer you. We have to have that faith. I have the faith. Chant Hare Krishna, very sincerely. If somebody beat you up, 5 people beat you with a stick, you have to chant Hare Krishna. Nishinga, protect me. So we're waiting for someone to beat us up with a stick. Okay, I'll surrender now. The Guru is telling us, the spiritual master is telling us, Krishna is telling us, still no time for. So, this verse is particularly meant for us because it's a very practical point in the purport. Even as devotees, we become attached to material things. If your husband is gonna get a better car for us, your wife will tell, get a house, this house too small, and then you have to work hard. And then say not enough, then you work even hard, get a second job, third job. Not everyone is lucky. Then your time for Krishna becomes less and less. Then you forget what is the purpose of life. You're not here to work that hard. Before you know it, the time's up. Then again you have to come here. Practice from beginning, start again. Like when you don't pass the test, then again you have to again go through. I remember that I did a course you have to do the OHS, that health and And I didn't do it well. Everybody left. I was the only one. They said, you have to do it again. Too much chanting, I forgot all the material things. So then I had to do 2-3 times. And that lady was sitting there. I was taking her, you're going to sit there, I'm going to take it more time. So, then you have to pass the test. We got the chance now, this human form, while we have the opportunity to cultivate, to become Krishna's devotee. In this life, Prabhupada said, in this life, very moment, you can go back to Godhead. In this very life, depending on your sincerity. So, I'll take my time, whenever. The time never comes. Only misery comes. Then you serve Krishna. Oh, Krishna, please, I'll serve you because I have so much trouble in life. Somebody called me the other day, said, can you do a yajna? I'm full of stress. Nishinga yajna. I told him, I don't need to do the yajna for this age, chanting Hare Krishna. Jagat bhavanti bhutani. Krishna said yajna, that the real yajna for this age is the holy name, chanting Hare Krishna, do kirtan. You don't need to do special yajna. All you have to do, come to the temple and sing and dance. That's the yajna for this age. Any questions? You have questions? Not today? Anybody from? I need a question. I spoke for 45 minutes, almost an hour, and then you don't have a question. I'm not going to give class again. Take my name off the list. Mataji's udhar sab beta hai. Scratch your head. Something might come. Push it here. That's not a question. What's that again?
Something related to Prabhupada pastimes.
One time, someone gave Prabhupada money, like big stack of money. And while he was giving a talk, and he had full of people in front of him, he was talking to everyone, and someone gave him the money. So he's like, oh, what do I do with the money? Now he was talking as normal, and he was holding the money. So people, like someone, if I'm giving the class, someone comes up to me, he gives me a big stack of money, I'll be like embarrassed. What do I do with it? Put it in the bag? But he just kept talking. He had all this money in his hand, and he kept talking. So that just shows that Prabhupada is very detached. He thought talking about Krishna is more important than money. He's like this piece of paper, and I was holding it. And another time, the microphone was just coming off. This is the usual thing in ISKCON, microphone. In Melbourne, it's better. Some places, always some problem with the microphone. So one brahmachari was fanning Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, give me your Brahman thread. His Brahman, he was shaken in shape by Prabhupada. He said, give me your Brahman thread. He took off, he tied the microphone with it. And it's like, everyone's like, what's going on? He took it off and gave him back after. So that means, I'm trying to say that in connection to this point here, that you have to be practical. You have a Brahman thread doesn't mean, like when I got Brahman initiation from Prabhupada also, I was only 11 years old. Who gets Brahman initiation from Prabhupada at 11? If now you're 50 years old, it's so hard to get initiated because you have to pass so many exams. I was only 9, I got first and second 11. So I got the Brahman thread, I thought, wow, I'm like, very important those days. If you're Brahman, those days, like everyone's falling out of your flights. Oh, fair business is now, I'm Brahmana. I demanded. And so I got this big Brahman thread. Those days they didn't have any thinner thread, they had a big fat thread. I liked it because I used to hang keys on it. Big fat thread. So, and they didn't have Brahman thread for kids. It's all for adults, so it's huge like this. They go down my knees. the Brahman thread hanging. And so they always put around the ear when you go to the bathroom. So I have to put like 1,000,000 times because it's so big and it hurts the ear. And so I just put it around the neck. So this Brahman thread was like a rope, so thick. So Prabhupada sometimes say, Brahman thread is not, it's just it's a thread. Sometimes you have to scratch and going like this. Use a thread. It doesn't mean for that. So you actually have to have the quality of a Brahmana, character. So I can go around, oh yeah, I have a Brahmana, here's my thread, you know. So my point is, you have to develop the character, you know. And when I got second initiation, we were in the temple room, and Prabhupada that day was very sick, so he couldn't come down in the temple. So we had sannyasis doing the yajna. So, but he said the Brahman initiated devotee, they could come and see Prabhupada directly and get the thread. So we went up and got the thread directly. And I heard my mother got Brahman initiation by Prabhupada before me, around 72. So Prabhupada asked her, count your finger, you have to count in a certain way. There's a system how we count 10 times. So my mother was going all over the place, wasn't counting. So Prabhupada said, you're not a Brahman, you don't even know how to count. Then he says, because we need to cook for Radha Madhava. So on the basis of service, you get Brahman initiation. So the qualities of a Brahmana is more important than just a thread that you wear. That's an external thing. So just saying this story is to relate to this point. So whatever we are doing here, we have to understand the real reason for doing this actually is to please Krishna. Not we're just doing it because I'm good at it. It's not a professional. You have to have bhakti. Yeah. Like, I'm really good at chamara. Like, you know, everybody look, you know. You're doing it to please Prabhupada. Yeah. I mean, these flies around Prabhupada. Make sure it doesn't touch Prabhupada. You do it in a way. So it's not a matter of a show. You know, we hear, like, you really have to go deeper in our heart that I'm doing this actually to please Krishna, to please Prabhupada. Yeah. Any more? You're tired, huh? You woke up too early. Your parents like, get up. They're forcing you to get up. Harinam, too many things. I remember when I first joined, never liked to get up for Mangalarati. That's like the worst thing for me. And everything about spiritual life, I love it, but except Mangalarati. That's too early to get up, and Ekadashi. These two things. Ekadashi, I never hated Ekadashi, because we love rice. The first thing after Mangalarati, I used to eat rice, because I loved it so much. I could eat rice 5 times a day those days, because there was not enough food. But never liked Ekadashi. But then, one girl, she wasn't looking at the deity. So Mataji, her mother would turn the head, look at the deity, like by force. Like that, you know, like, I gotta look at my friend or something. Turn the head. And we're not a horse, you know. Sometimes you have to look. Artificially, you can't force yourself. You have to develop that natural tendency to love Krishna, not by force. Because if you do by force, then sometime it will go away, because you're forced into it. So you have to allow them to naturally develop that character. Yeah. And I'm always falling asleep. I used to sleep. One time I was chanting japa in my bead bag. The fingers come out like this. You know, I was sleeping. And my finger went through the wall. You know, in Mayapur they have the wall has a gap, special gap. My finger went through and it nearly broke the finger because I was falling asleep. So, you have to do things that you're already happy, you're satisfied, that when you chant Hare Krishna, it's easier. They got enough rest and everything. But you're hungry, you don't get enough prasharam, then you steal food, and all these things. So, this doesn't happen anymore. You know, like nobody comes to Mangalarti anymore. Nobody says anything. Before, if you didn't come to Mangalarti, they'd be taking attendance. They stop you from Prasadam. So I'll go up there now and check who was here for class. So, like this. No more questions? Still have 3 minutes to 9 o'clock. Huh? No, 9 o'clock. It's not 8:30. Sometimes starts at 8:30. Is it? Well, we started very late. It was 10 to 8. If you go too early, then they haven't finished cooking yet. Yeah. Then you go up there, cheap chap, you're talking. Better hear Krishna Katha while you can. Yeah. No more questions? One more. आप लोग आराम से बैठे हैं उधर. Sometimes we sit where we like to sit. Nice wall behind. Chairs. Bring your own pillow next time. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.